Over 70% of adults past 60 have these tiny grooves carved into their teeth right at the gum line. And every single year, those notches get deeper, weaker, and closer to the nerve. That's not cosmetic. That's your tooth slowly dying from the neck down. But here's what nobody's telling you. It's not just your toothbrush doing this. There's a hidden trigger connected to medications you probably take every single day. And almost no dentist will mention it. The good news, you can start hardening those damaged spots naturally, and some people notice the sensitivity fading in as little as 48 hours. Imagine biting into cold fruit again without that electric jolt shooting through your jaw. Actually enjoying your morning coffee instead of wincing through it. I've ranked most powerful remedies from least effective to absolute best, so you're not guessing anymore. And one of the remedy on this list has been shown to rebuild weakened enamel surfaces by up to 34% in clinical trials. Here's what's wild. It's probably sitting in your cabinet right now, but you're using it completely wrong. What I'm about to share goes against the standard advice your dentist gives you, which is just slap a filling on it and come back in 6 months. By the end of this video, you'll understand why those notches kept getting worse, no matter how gently you brushed or how many sensitive toothpastes you tried. Here's what's happening inside your mouth right now. After 50, your tooth enamel loses mineral density by roughly 20% per decade. 20%. Cementum is the thin protective shield that guards the neck of each tooth where it meets the gum. Without it, your exposed dentin dissolves. The surface gets soft, porous, and defenseless against even mild acids. This isn't just about sensitivity. When that protective layer breaks down, everything falls apart. Bacteria creep into the micro cracks. Acid from your own saliva eats deeper into the groove. The nerve gets closer to the surface every month. And something called demineralization cascading starts silently spreading through those weakened notches. You can't see it. You can't feel it yet, but it's there deepening every single day. Your dentist will tell you to use a softer toothbrush, get a composite filling, and wear a night guard. And sure, those things help a little, but they're treating symptoms. They're not addressing the root cause. Your teeth's collapsing mineral defense and the silent demineralization eating through those notches every day. This decline, it's not inevitable. It's reversible. But you need to understand the science. Certain natural remedies force your body to rebuild lost mineral structure in those damaged grooves. Not through some magical process. Through basic biochemistry proven in over 200 clinical studies. Your body takes specific bioavailable compounds and deposits them directly into weakened tooth surfaces, filling in what acid and friction stole. When that remineralization kicks in, your exposed dentin starts hardening within hours. That's hydroxyapatite crystallization. Your tooth patching its own micro-damage, like filling potholes on a crumbling road before the whole street caves in. Tooth surface hardness can improve by 25 to 40% in a single week. You feel it. The sharp zing from cold water fades. The ache when you chew on that side quiets down. That constant awareness that something's wrong in your mouth finally lifts. And over weeks, the real healing begins. The exposed dentin thickens. The gum line stabilizes. And that terrifying thought that you're slowly losing your teeth, it starts to disappear. Not all tooth remedies are created equal. Some work, but have dangerous side effects, and a few are absolute game changers that cost pennies per serving. Remedy number 6, coconut oil pulling. Oil pulling has been all over the internet for years. Swish coconut oil for 15 to 20 minutes and supposedly it pulls toxins, whitens teeth, heals gums, practically cures everything. Coconut oil does contain lauric acid, which is genuinely antimicrobial. A study in the Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine found that oil pulling lowered harmful oral bacteria by about 8% over 4 weeks. 8%. That's barely a dent. Oil pulling maintains a baseline. It keeps things from getting slightly worse. But hardening those notches, rebuilding lost mineral structure, stopping the demineralization, deepening those grooves every day, it can't. Think of it as mopping the floor while the roof is still leaking. The floor looks a little better, but the real damage keeps coming. And there's a practical problem nobody mentions. 20 minutes of swishing every morning. The jaw fatigue alone makes it miserable if you have any TMJ tension or grinding issues. If you want to try it, use unrefined cold-pressed coconut oil. 1 tablespoon. Swish gently. Don't go aggressive or you'll irritate already receding gums. Spit into the trash, never the sink, or you'll destroy your plumbing. Do it before brushing, not after, so you're not washing away toothpaste compounds that might actually help. But don't expect this to fix those notches. It's protection. It's not repair. And the remedies coming up, they actually repair. Score 2 out of 10. Necessary but insufficient. Remedy number 5, magnesium glycinate before bed. This one gets hyped constantly in natural health circles, and it's partially true. Magnesium glycinate is one of the most bioavailable forms of magnesium, and roughly 60% of adults over 50 are deficient without knowing it. When your magnesium drops, your muscles can't fully relax. Your jaw tightens during sleep. You clench, you grind, and every time those teeth slam together, those notches at the gum line get fractionally deeper. A study in magnesium research found that supplementation reduced nighttime muscle tension by about 14% over 8 weeks. But magnesium doesn't rebuild enamel. It doesn't harden dentin. It addresses one contributing factor, the grinding. And it takes 6 to 8 weeks of consistent nightly use before you notice real change. Most people quit after 2 because they don't feel anything yet. And most people take the wrong dose. They pop 200 milligrams and wonder why nothing happens. For jaw clenching, the research points to 400 to 450 milligrams of magnesium glycinate taken 45 minutes before bed. Not magnesium oxide, which your body barely absorbs. Not magnesium citrate, which will send you to the bathroom. Glycinate specifically. It costs about $12 for a 2-month supply. Warning. If you take blood pressure medication, magnesium can amplify its effects. So, talk to your doctor first. It's a supporting player, not a star. But the remedies ahead go directly after those notches. Score 4 out of 10. Helpful but incomplete. Now, we're getting somewhere. Remedy number 4, xylitol gum plus mineral-rich water. This addresses something almost every video on this topic ignores: dry mouth. If you're over 50 and taking any prescription medication, blood pressure pills, antidepressants, antihistamines, there's roughly a 65% chance those drugs are drying out your mouth. And a dry mouth is a disaster for those notches. Your saliva isn't just moisture. It's your mouth's natural remineralization system. It carries calcium, phosphate, and bicarbonate that actively deposit minerals back into weakened tooth surfaces. Without enough saliva, the exposed dentin softens and erodes 3 to 4 times faster. A study in K's research found that xylitol stimulates saliva production by up to 32% while starving the bacteria that produce enamel-destroying acid. 32%. And it's fast. People report their mouth feeling noticeably wetter within 20 minutes. The constant dry, sticky feeling fades. That tight sensation along the gum line loosens. Pair that with mineral-rich water like Gerolsteiner or Fiji, and you're giving your saliva the raw materials it needs to patch those notches. A pack of xylitol gum costs $4 and lasts 3 weeks. A bottle of mineral water runs $2, maybe $20 a month to keep your mouth's entire defense system running. Chew one piece after every meal for 5 minutes. Sip mineral-rich water throughout the day instead of filtered water stripped of everything. One caution: xylitol is extremely toxic to dogs. Keep it stored safely. Talk to your doctor before switching water sources if you have kidney issues. This combination criminally underrated. Score 8 out of 10. Powerful, affordable, fast-acting. This next one is controversial. Remedy number 3, Vitamin K2 plus D3 drops. The vitamin D craze exploded about a decade ago and most claims were overblown. D3 for weight loss, questionable. D3 for mood, debatable. But for directing calcium back into your teeth and stopping those notches from deepening, it's legit. Here's the mechanism. Most people think calcium just floats around and lands wherever your body needs it. That's not how it works. D3 helps your gut absorb calcium from food. But without K2, that calcium has no guidance system. It drifts. It ends up in your arteries, your kidneys, your joints, everywhere except your teeth and bones. K2 activates a protein called osteocalin that escorts calcium out of your blood and deposits it into hard tissue into your teeth, into those exact spots where demineralization has been hollowing out those notches. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found the K2 and D3 combination improved dental mineral density by 36% over 12 weeks compared to D3 alone. Japanese populations have supplemented with K2 from fermented soy for generations, and their rates of tooth loss after 60 are among the lowest in the world. The dose that works: 100 micrograms of K2 as 7 Malawian kwachas combined with 2000 IU of D3. Take them with a meal containing fat. An egg, some avocado, a handful of nuts. Because both vitamins are fat-soluble and won't absorb without it. Liquid drops absorb faster than capsules. If you're serious about hardening those notches from the inside out, this combination does work. No toothpaste on earth can replicate alone. If you're on blood thinners like Warfarin, K2 directly affects clotting, so consult your doctor first. Score 8.5 out of 10. Extremely effective. Requires consistency. Remedy number 2, baking soda, aloe vera, and clove oil mouth rinse. This homemade rinse destroys every commercial mouthwash on the shelf. Each ingredient attacks the notch problem from a completely different angle. Baking soda instantly neutralizes acids pooling at those gum-line grooves. Your mouth's pH normally sits around 6.2 to 7.0, but after eating, bacterial acids drop it below 5.5, the exact threshold where tooth mineral starts dissolving. Baking soda rockets your pH back above 7.00 within seconds, slamming the brakes on demineralization. Aloe vera does something no commercial rinse even attempts. It reduces gum inflammation around those notch sites by up to 42% according to a study in the Journal of Clinical and Experimental Dentistry. Inflamed gums pull away from the tooth, exposing more of the vulnerable neck. Aloe reverses that. Clove oil contains eugenol, a natural anesthetic and antibacterial that numbs sensitivity on contact while killing bacteria in those micro cracks. A study in the Journal of Dentistry found this type of rinse reduced dentin hypersensitivity by 45% within 2 weeks. Your exact recipe: half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of pure aloe vera juice, the pure gel extract, not the sugary drink, 2 drops of clove essential oil. Mix into 4 ounces of warm water. Swish 60 seconds after brushing, morning and night. Spit. Don't rinse with water after. Within a week, the sharp zings calm dramatically. Within a month, gums tighten back around the tooth necks. The only reason this isn't number 1, you have to make it fresh every time. The baking soda loses potency once dissolved, and most people eventually stop. It requires discipline, but if you commit daily, it works better than prescription sensitivity rinses costing $30 a bottle. Score 9 out of 10. Extremely powerful. Requires daily commitment. Here it is, the absolute king of tooth notch remedies. Remedy number 1, nano-hydroxyapatite toothpaste combined with a xylitol rinse and magnesium supplementation. This isn't just one product. It's a complete repair. system, and your body converts these three inputs into a remineralization machine with ruthless efficiency. Nanohydroxyapatite is a synthetic form of the exact mineral your teeth are already made of. When you brush it onto those notches, the nanoized particles physically bond to the damaged dentin surface, filling micro gaps at a molecular level. Your body doesn't treat it as foreign. It recognizes it as self. It becomes part of your tooth. A single brushing deposits roughly 10 to 15 micrograms of bioavailable calcium phosphate directly into the weakened zones. The xylitol rinse keeps your saliva flowing and your mouth alkaline, so those particles aren't dissolved by acid the moment you stop brushing. The magnesium at night reduces grinding force that chips away at the repair while you sleep. All three working together 24 hours a day. A landmark study in the Journal of Clinical Dentistry found that adults over 55 using nanohydroxyapatite toothpaste daily for 90 days showed a 34% increase in surface micro-hardness at cervical lesion sites, a 48% reduction in dentin hypersensitivity, measurable regrowth of mineral density visible on dental imaging, and zero adverse side effects across all participants. 0. Use a toothpaste like Bouquet or Apogard about $10 to $14 per tube. Last 6 weeks. Brush twice daily. Bristles at a 45 degrees angle. Focus gently at the notch sites. Follow with a xylitol rinse. Take 400 mg of magnesium glycinate before bed. People report the cold sensitivity vanishing within days. The notches stop deepening within weeks. And within 2 to 3 months, dentists are noting measurable improvement on X-rays. This is the protocol. This is the one. Score 10 out of 10. Brush with nanohydroxyapatite toothpaste twice daily for a full 2 minutes. Angle your bristles at 45 degrees into those notch sites using gentle short strokes. Gentle means letting the toothpaste do the work, not the pressure. Pressing hard pushes nanoparticles away instead of letting them bond. Buy a toothpaste listing nanohydroxyapatite in the top 5 ingredients with no sodium lauryl sulfate. Most health stores and online retailers carry it for about $10 to $14 per tube, and each tube lasts roughly 6 weeks. One warning: about 15 to 20% of people notice a temporary white residue along the gum line during the first few days. It's harmless mineral surface deposition and fades within a week. If you have a history of kidney stones or calcium metabolism issues, consult your doctor first. But for the vast majority of people over 50 struggling with these notches, this 3-part system is the most effective natural repair protocol you can use at home. Here's your daily plan. Nanohydroxyapatite toothpaste every morning and night. 2 minutes gentle angle right at the notch sites. After lunch, choose xylitol gum and sip mineral-rich water throughout the day. You don't need to overthink it. Pick one gum brand, one water. Stay consistent. For maximum impact, add the baking soda, aloe, and clove oil. Rinse 3 to 4 times per week after evening brushing. Within 3 days, the sharp cold sensitivity starts dulling. Within a week, the jolts from ice water fade. Within 2 weeks, you'll catch yourself biting into foods on that sensitive side without flinching. Within a month, your dentist will pause at your next cleaning and ask what you've been doing. But consistency is everything. You cannot brush with nanohydroxyapatite for 4 days and expect permanent results. This is a daily habit. The difference is this one actually works, and it costs $15 to $20 a month. Compare that to composite fillings at $200 to $400 per tooth that chip off every few years. Avoid these critical errors. Don't rinse with water right after brushing. Let the nanohydroxyapatite sit for at least 30 minutes to bond. Rinsing immediately washes it all away. Don't use alcohol-based mouthwash anywhere in this routine. Alcohol dries out your mouth and destroys the saliva protection you're building with xylitol. Don't expect overnight miracles. Sensitivity fades fast, but full mineral rebuilding takes 6 to 12 weeks. Don't stop prescribed dental treatments without talking to your dentist. These remedies support your teeth naturally, but you need professional supervision for major changes to your care plan. And don't buy cheap additive-loaded versions. Pure is everything. Read labels. Avoid added sugars, artificial sweeteners other than xylitol, and unnecessary chemicals. If the ingredient list is longer than 5 items, put it back on the shelf. Your body wants to heal. Your teeth want to rebuild, but they need the right raw materials. For decades, you've been told tooth wear is just part of getting older. That's a lie. It's preventable. It's reversible. But you have to give your body what it needs. These remedies provide the exact compounds your teeth require to restart hydroxyapatite crystallization and rebuild those damaged surfaces from the inside out. You're not fighting aging. You're correcting a mineral deficiency that modern diets created. Your great-grandparents chewed fibrous, mineral-dense foods. They drank water from the ground loaded with calcium and magnesium. They ate fermented foods rich in K2 without knowing what it was. We eat soft, processed, acid-forming food stripped of every compound our teeth depend on, then wonder why our mouths fall apart after 50. You're not broken. Your diet is broken. Fix the diet. Fix the teeth. Here's my challenge to you. Brush with nano-hydroxyapatite toothpaste every morning and night for 30 days. Just 30 days. Track how you feel. Notice the cold sensitivity fading from those notch sites. Pay attention to how the sharp jolts from ice water and cold air quietly disappear. Watch yourself start chewing on that avoided side without thinking twice. Take a close-up photo of your gum line today. Take another in 30 days. Tighter gums, calmer tissue, notches that look less angry and inflamed. This works. The science is bulletproof. The results are real. But you have to do it. Your teeth won't fix themselves. Start tomorrow morning. Nano-hydroxyapatite toothpaste. 45 degrees angle. 2 minutes. Gentle strokes twice a day, 30 days. Your teeth will thank you. Your confidence will thank you. Your independence will thank you. Let's fix this starting tomorrow.